You're making coffee, quietly muttering to yourself, "Okay, first this, then that. Don't forget the email." Later, you're walking down the street replaying an entire argument out loud, what you said, what you wish you'd said, what you'll say if it happens again. In the shower, you practice tomorrow's conversation. Before a meeting, you catch yourself whispering, "Come on, you've got this," like your own personal coach. Sometimes it's just your lips moving. Other times it's full-on talking to yourself in an empty room. You notice that when you're alone. You're almost never really alone. There's a constant conversation happening with yourself. But then in public, you see someone glance at you as your lips move and feel that stab of embarrassment. Is this normal? Why do I talk to myself all day? No. Does this mean something's wrong with me? If you feel like there's always a voice narrating, coaching, or arguing in your own head and, sometimes out loud, what psychology says about people like you is something most of us are never told, and it might completely change how you see this weird habit. At some point, you probably started joking about it to cover the worry. "I talk to myself like a crazy person," you say, half laughing. Maybe someone's asked, "Who are you talking to?" You overthink everything. Just turn your brain off, as if that's even an option. People throw around lines like, "You live in your head too much," and underneath a real question starts to grow. Is this normal self-talk? Or is there actually something wrong with me? You might even try to clamp down on it, force yourself to be quiet, and lead to notice the commentary doesn't stop. It just moves fully inside your head. Other people seem to float through the day without narrating every move. You feel like you're running a 24/7 commentary track on everything you do and feel. Most people like you stop there and label themselves as crazy or too much. But that's only because nobody ever explained what this non-stop self-talk actually says about how your mind works. What most people don't tell you is that talking to yourself all day is often not a sign of a broken mind. It's a sign of a high awareness mind. In psychology, there's a word for this. Metacognition, thinking about your own thinking. Your brain doesn't just react. It also watches, comments, questions, and coaches itself. That running voice is part of how you process what's happening, make sense of your day, and prepare for what's coming next. People with a strong inner and outer narrator usually have rich inner worlds. It's powerful pattern spotting and a deep sense of story about who they are. In the next part, we'll break down what your self-talk is actually doing for you, how it acts as a commentator, a storyteller, and a rehearsal room end, where it quietly crosses the line from helpful guide into harsh inner bully. Think of your self-talk as 3 jobs your mind is doing at once. First, you have the commentator. This is the part that narrates and reviews. Why did I say that? Okay, focus. Next time I'll do it this way. That's metacognition in action. Your brain watching itself think and behave. It's how you spot patterns, learn from mistakes, and adjust your behavior. People without this running commentary often stay on autopilot longer. You don't. Second, there's the storyteller. Humans don't just collect events. We turn them into a story about who we are. Your self-talk strings your day together. Of course I reacted like that because I'm the kind of person who it assigns meaning, themes, and continuity. A loud inner storyteller usually means a rich inner world. You're constantly weaving experiences into an ongoing narrative instead of letting them vanish. Third, you've got the rehearsal room. This is where you practice conversations, imagine different outcomes, and coach yourself through situations. If they say this, I'll say that. Here's how I'm going to handle that meeting. You've done this before. You'll be fine. Psychologists call this mental simulation your brain test. Driving futures in a safe space. It's one reason you can be so prepared, empathic, and aware of possibilities other people miss. Most people just see you talk to yourself too much. They don't see the commentator, the storyteller, and the rehearsal coach doing high-level work for you all day long. The real issue isn't that the voice is there, it's what tone it uses when it talks to you. Here's where it gets tricky. The same voice that can guide you can also turn into an inner bully. On good days, it sounds like that was rough, but now you know what to change, or you're nervous. But you've handled harder things. It helps you course correct and stay grounded. On bad days, the exact same machinery gets hijacked. You're an idiot. Of course you messed that up. No one actually likes you. From the outside, both just look like talking to yourself. Inside, one's a wise coach. The other is a critic with a megaphone. The question that starts to change everything is simple. Right now, is my self-talk mostly helping me find my way or mostly beating me up for being human? When you see it this way, you stop being the crazy one who talks to themselves and start seeing the truth. You have a high awareness, narrative, simulation-driven mind. You don't just move through life. You watch it, question it, rehearse it, and try to learn from it in real time. That's not a defect. It's a powerful tool that just needs better direction. The work now isn't to silence the voice sets to change its job description. When you catch it slipping into pure attack, nudge it gently, from I'm useless to that hurt. But here's what I'll try next. From of course I failed to that didn't go how I wanted, what did I learn? Use your rehearsal space not just to practice worst-case scenarios, but to practice being on your own side. If this felt like someone just narrated your inner world out loud, you're not alone and you're not too much for having a busy mind. Subscribe and stay close if you want more videos that explain patterns like this without shaming you. And tell me in the comments what your self-talk sounds like most of the time.